Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to fold this Origami Trophy. This is something I designed during the FIFA World Cup. Unfortunately that's already passed, but nevertheless I still think this is a cool model. So with that being said, grab some paper and let's get folding. Alright, so for a model this size I used a 6-inch square, but I would actually recommend using a 10-inch square. This model is medium level complexity, so yeah, not too easy, not too hard. Alright, so we're going to start with our Precreases. So let's start white side up, and we're going to valley fold diagonally in half, but we're not going to fold all the way. I'm just going to fold just a pinch about here, about 1/3 through the model. Then let's unfold. Then we're going to bring this bottom corner up to the top, and we're just going to pinch on the left. Alright, now we're going to make a pinch between this point and this point. So we're going to bring it up. And we're just going to fold where this pinch mark is right here. And let's just make sure this is nice and easy to see. Now we should have this X right here. And we're going to rotate 180 degrees. And we're going to bring this edge up to the pinch mark. And let's turn over. And let's valley fold up to this edge. And now hopefully you should have thirds. Alright, now we're going to fold into eighths in the other direction. So let's turn this way and valley fold in half. And let's unfold and then let's valley fold to the center crease. And let's rotate and repeat. Alright, now let's unfold this and let's bring this edge up to the very last crease that we have. Alright, now unfold, rotate, and repeat. Bring the edge up to the very last crease we have. Alright, let's unfold and then bring it up to the very first crease we have. And unfold, rotate, and repeat. Alright, and now we have most of the pre-creases for our model. Alright, now let's rotate this way, and let's valley fold this down. Alright, now we want to bring this edge to this edge. Just diagonally fold it down. And let's unfold, and let's reverse fold it inside. Alright, and now you want to do the same thing on the right side. Alright, now let's turn over, and let's rotate this way. And we want to make a fold in between this point and this point. So let's just valley fold up. And try your best to make sure that the layers don't slide. Alright, now let's make a valley fold between this point and this point. Alright, now let's unfold. And we're going to bring the edge that we just made to this edge behind. Alright, and let's valley fold down, or up rather, and then we're just going to fold this tiny bit behind just so that it matches with the edge behind. Alright, and then now let's turn over and let's bring this edge to this edge. Alright, now we should have this. Alright, let's turn this way and let's unfold all of those. And as you may have guessed, we're going to pleat sync. So let's open this up. And I'm just going to make a ring of mountain folds around this first crease. And try your best not to rip the paper like I did. And then you want to make a ring of valleys. And then make another ring of mountains. And then crease your ring of valleys. And then we can kind of squish it all together like this. And we have our one tiny one at the top. And yeah, we can make that a ring of mountains. Just push it in just a tiny bit just to match with the creases. Alright, now we should have this, and these two flaps are going to be the handles of the trophy. Alright, now we have to make a few more pre-creases, and these are a little bit trickier. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on these rectangles, not these outer ones. First what we're going to start with is, actually let's turn over, and we're going to make a crease between this point and this point. And just lightly crease it. Alright, and then let's unfold. Let's turn over. And we're going to turn this into a curved crease. So you're just going to bend it out a little bit, sort of stray from the original crease. And what helps is to physically curve it like this. And then now, the original crease was like this, and then now we have it sort of bent. And as you can see, it's quite a sharp bend, so you can try to make it a little bit smoother. And you want more of the bend to be at this bottom rather than the top. Alright, so we should have something somewhat like that. You can keep playing with this, but yeah, I think that'll be okay. Alright, and let's turn it over, and we're going to do the same thing. Again, make sure the crease is top left to bottom right, and not this way. It's going down this way. So let's just fold up, again, creasing lightly. Let's unfold, and then on the other side, we're going to put a little more of a bend into it, or curve. Alright, so it should look like that. And again, we're just going to repeat this process all the way across, except for this last one. Alright. And then one thing I forgot to mention is you can actually extend these creases. So let's just mountain fold here. And then instead of going up to this point, we can go all the way to the end. Just make sure that you're not going through this flap. So you can just kind of pleat it and extend the crease that's already there so that instead of going to that point, it goes all the way across. And then you can kind of blend it into this crease. And you can do this for all of them. And for instance, this one, this can go through both. Just this one at the end can't. And yeah, these last two don't make them through this flap. And the model should look like this. Alright, so now we're going to valley fold down, and we're actually just going to recreate these small little pleats that we made on the corner, just so that they go through here. And at this point where there's the flap, it shouldn't interfere with it too much. So just keep going down. Alright, so now we should have this. Alright, so what we want to do is we'll just fold this flap this way, and we're going to valley fold on a diagonal and do the same up here at the top. Actually, sorry, first let's turn over, and then we're just going to do the same thing here. Make sure this stays folded behind. I'm going to valley fold and then bring this one up and then this one down. So let's unfold and let's turn over, and we should have something like this. Alright, now let's refold both of these, so this one and this one. And we're just going to turn this way and make sure that's the right angle. And we're just going to valley fold this up to the crease at the top. And then on this side, we're going to mountain fold. So you can valley fold this big one and then valley fold this up to make it easier. Alright, let's unfold. Yeah, let's unfold all of that. And then let's fold this to the right. And we're going to make a rabbit ear. So just pinch these two edges together and then do it all the way to the corner. And then you make this sort of angled shape. And then valley fold down. And then now you have this little rabbit ear. And then you want to do the same here. So this time we're just going to fold to the left and then rabbit ear down. And then you can, mountain fold up or valley fold up a little bit, but you mainly want it to be sticking down. Alright, so now this is where it starts getting a little bit tricky. We're going to connect it together. So turn over, and you want to kind of curve it like this. Let's fold these diagonals again here. And then you want to make this a mountain fold. And then this a mountain fold too. And then you just want to slip this into here so that it's above these bottom flaps like that. And then, so from this view, they should just kind of tuck in like that. And yeah, as you can see, this flap, this raw edge needs to be on top. Okay, now we want to valley fold through both of the layers, and this is on the existing crease. So again, we just folded this little bit up. You can see they don't totally align, so try and fix that. Just pushing this down all the way so that the layers don't slide, or try to have as little slipping as possible. And then bring this back up, and then you want to fold this whole flap over like that. And you want to crease this quite sharp so that hopefully when you turn it over like this, it should be at least somewhat locked. Alright, now we're going to do something quite tricky. We're going to take this whole bottom part, we're going to twist it this way. So, and we're going to use the diagonals. So we're just going to start slowly forming them. And of course, be very careful around this part because it's very easy to fall apart. So you just want to slowly start bringing it together. There's no rhyme or reason to this. You want to just cluster it together and then fan it out. And then try to fix any little glitches in the paper. Like here, you want to just make it flow nicely, and it should come to a nice point at all of these ends. Flatten. And you want to have, a nice kind of graceful looking curve here. Alright, and then we can puff this out a little bit. We can alter the curved creases so that it allows the center bit to puff out a bit more. And yeah, just going inside can help as well. Just make it so that it looks like, well, like a cup, kind of like a trophy. And it's a good way of avoiding any little glitches in the paper. And then yeah, so just thin out the creases a little bit until it looks about right. There's no, yeah, again, there's no real rhyme or reason to this part. Just kind of do it until it looks nice. Alright, now one little thing we can do is, this bottom is very hexagonal, and what we can do to make it rounder is just to fold these tips in just a little bit. So that it's kind of like a 12-sided shape. I think that's called a duodecagon. Alright, so now if we look from the top, it should look at least a little bit rounder. Alright, now final thing is just the handles. So to make that, I'm just going to take this, and you can use a pen if you want, and we're just going to curve it around that. The thinner the pen, the better. Actually, it might be better to use like a pencil or something for this. But just try to get it as curly as possible. So once you've done the pen, you can kind of manually curl it, but try not to make really intense creases. Just try to compact the curl that's already there, and then you can straighten it out again with the pen, because this is looking a little wrinkly. Alright, so we should have a quite intense curl here, and then just do the same thing on this side. Alright, and now just, we curled this a lot more so that it will just stick in easier. I'm just going to stick it into one of these pockets, maybe this one right in the middle. The general rule of thumb is just to put it in the pocket that's the most tightly closed. Maybe that is the very back one. No, maybe, yeah, this middle one's pretty good. And then try to just kind of push it down so that you get kind of this shape. If it keeps falling out like this, just try to curl it more. Maybe, yeah, put more of a bend into it so that it's more likely to stay. And then just lightly put it back in. Like that. And then do the same on this side. Just tuck it into the thinnest pocket. Right. And there is your origami trophy. I hope you had fun folding this. Have a great rest of your day. And in the meantime, have fun folding. Bye.